Greetings and welcome everybody to this week's episode of UC Weekly News. I am in Las Vegas at InfoComm 2024. We are going to be chatting with so many vendors I can't even keep track. My schedule is just like Swiss cheese right now. But we're going to hear the latest in UC news and in digital signage and what's going on in the world of AV. Stay with us, you're going to hear from a lot of people.
So, software cloud. Let's talk about software cloud. Device layers, edge layer, cloud layers. We as an industry are so heavy at the device layer, device operations level. Yes, we do have edge layer, edge processing, and there's more and more cloud, but generally speaking, the rest of the world is cloud first. And the reason that's important is so much magic can happen in the cloud. Okay? But to do that, we need our AV systems in a single platform and build an ecosystem around it, because you need everything connected in a smart platform. And once you have this, that's really when you can enable data and AI. Again, there's plenty of AI that's actually in an edge processor, but I'm talking about this grand vision in terms of what we need to do. Okay? So what I'm really talking about is a full stack AV platform. And it has three pieces. Multimodal I/O that connects the platform to the physical world. Multimodal in terms of audio, video, text, voice, control signals, data. An intelligent data pipeline that transports securely and efficiently and transports and routes intelligently to either other devices, other platforms, or to the cloud. And then a cognitive cloud that leverages the best of machine learning and AI to deliver insights, outcomes, and experience.
I like those. I love those. So I'm here with my friend Dan Root at InfoComm 2024 at the Barco stand. Dan, you've got some announcements for us today, right?
Yes, we do, and it's great to be here with you, David. I got to say, for a Wednesday morning, it's certainly crowded, and we're excited to be out here bright and early.
It helps being right by the entrance.
It does help to make sure you see everybody very early in the morning.
So what's the announcement?
We're really excited to be announcing in conjunction with Microsoft that our next generation ClickShare platform is going to be developed on MDEP, or Microsoft Devices Ecosystem Platform, the Microsoft Android-based platform and operating system.
So you're talking, the devices you're talking about are your ClickShare devices?
That's correct.
So using MDEP, which is not really how I envisioned it. I envisioned it being more for the Android video conferencing devices, but now you're going to be able to manage your platform through the MDEP system as well.
Yes, so when MDEP was first announced, it came out of this really great idea of, hey, we need to optimize some of the devices that are in our meeting spaces. And then once they started to get their hands around it, you saw MDEP's division move within Microsoft, now underneath the Windows platform. And if you think about how many device types and where you can go with that sort of an approach, I think there's a much wider swath of devices that can be optimized for the MDEP platform, and I think this announcement from ClickShare certainly helps to reinforce that in the market.
So I'll ask one more MDEP question. It's the same MDEP question I've been asking for 2 years. When will there actually be a product that has it that we can see?
Stay tuned, and I promise you, I will give it to you first once I have the official date on that, but know that it is something that we're working towards as our next generation platform, and as of right now, I can't say. I'm not allowed to say just yet, Dave. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Dan, thanks very much for the time. I really do appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure, Dave. Take care.
So I'm here at InfoComm 2024 with Ryan Ostro of Barco. Thanks for joining us for a little bit, Ryan.
Thank you, David.
So you're introducing something interesting that's going to allow management from Microsoft platforms when people are using a BYOD device, right?
Correct. We partnered with Microsoft to be part of the Shared Spaces initiative, bringing the simplicity of managing your pro devices in BYOD spaces.
So let me understand that. So if I've got an MTR and I've got that plugged in, I can use my Microsoft management portals to manage that device. But before, if I were walking into a BYOD meeting room, just using my notebook, I couldn't have any awareness of the device. This changes that?
David, that is correct. The portal will show you BYOD rooms along with your pro devices.
When is that available on the market?
We are working on it right now.
Where can we get more information?
Barco.com.
Brian, thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm at the Wolfvision booth with my friend Florian Frick, and he's going to talk to us about a new product that Wolfvision is coming out with. Their new Synap video bar, is that the name of it?
Synap video bar.
Synap, I got to pronounce it correct, Synap. So tell us about it.
Yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah, the Synap video bar is actually much more than just a video bar. It's very important. It's an all-in-one collaboration bar because, yes, it has a camera, of course, and a speaker and microphones, but you can use it for any collaboration use case in the meeting room. So let's imagine we are here in the meeting room and we just want to throw our content via the common protocols that we provide natively, by the way. So in that case of the iPad, I'm using an AirPlay connection to the Synap video bar, and we see it immediately on the screen. We can discuss about this topic. And if you know our other Synap products, you can also add, for example, a whiteboard and all these functionalities that you have with our Synap View, for example. And on top of that, you get all the video conference features.
Is it available yet?
In August, September.
So we're here at InfoComm 24 at the DTEN booth with my friend Louis Berlango. Louis, how are you doing today?
Good, Dave. How are you?
So what's the latest story coming from DTEN? What have you got that's new?
The biggest announcement we have is our Microsoft Teams bar has gone GA. So this is it here. The beauty about this bar is the ability for it to mount horizontally or vertically, which helps us keep eye contact. I know there's a lot of bars out there, and a lot of those bars are horizontal only. A lot of the newer bars are only one screen. So ours is two screens. If you got two screens, people love that. People Plus content look. Microsoft Teams, ready to go.
Now, I didn't get that. I didn't understand it. You explained it to me before. This is an Android bar. This is an Android USB bar.
Android bar 12. So we've got Android 12, a lot of headroom for all the new features that are coming out, all the functionality that's coming for both Teams and Zoom. But for Teams, this is now GA, now available to buy today.
Microsoft Teams, Zoom, and pass-through, so you can use it for USB as well.
Yeah, so we have a BYOD experience. It's D10 only. So BYOD, so HDMI, USB-C. You have whatever else you want to use. If you bring your laptop, plug it in, it'll take over. You can still use the UI, use the camera, use the mics, use the speakers, all same product, same solution.
And the best part about the vertical, if we look in the background there, you can mount it in between the two displays, so you can finally get cameras up at eye level.
That's right, and that's, to me, being an old school telepresence guy, I love the immersive feel. For some reason, that horizontal up top or below, you get the weird headshots or the HR shots, not good to have. So D10, we put it in the middle, mount it vertically, make it easy to use, easy to deploy.
Is it available now?
It's available now.
Roughly how much is it? Just list.
$29.99 for the Teams version, comes with the mate. If you want it, just no mate, and it's $24.99, just a bar.
And that you can use with any touch display?
Any touch display, any Zoom display, or BYOD. But with the Microsoft Teams certification solution, it's the bar plus the mate PoE.
How can people get more information?
D10.com.
Thanks. A couple of people have asked me how I'm selecting the companies that I'm sharing with you on these videos. And the answer is, I didn't. We emailed all of the players in the collaboration space, and the ones that replied that they wanted coverage, we went and provided coverage for. There were some that didn't reply, and there were some that replied that said, never mind, we're not interested in coverage, which was strange and stunning. So if you're wondering why a company doesn't appear on this video, because they didn't want to. Okay, we're back still at InfoComm 2024, and I'm with my good friend Brian Phillips from HP Poly. Are we saying HP now? Are we saying Poly now? I see we now have the line between the two.
We do. HP Poly is just fine.
HP Poly, okay. And we're going to talk about one of the new products you guys came up with, and why it's different, why it's not just the next new product.
Yeah, so as much as possible, we are trying to move away from either proprietary connectors or USB connectors that are hard and expensive to extend and go to Ethernet connected things in the room. So, for example, we've got our new Studio G9 Plus MTR and Windows solutions that use Ethernet to connect a controller. It's our TC10 controller. Right. So by using Ethernet, you can extend it wherever you need to go in the room. Super duper easy to set up, connect up to 4 of them at the same time. So that's
really cool, and they shadow each other, so no more grabbing, I want the panel, you want the panel.
Exactly. Everybody can have one.
Yeah.
So that's super easy. Ethernet connected devices for them to run Windows, or then we've got our new Android appliance. It's called the Studio G62. This one also has lots of Ethernet connectivity, not so much in the device here, but in the power inside, that then connects into a switch we partnered on Netgear with, which allows you to connect multiple IP cameras, IP microphones, all sorts of Ethernet connected devices in your meeting room, all on your own little Link Local network for easy, scalable connectivity.
So let's slow down just a second, because there's some really interesting things about this device. First of all, it's one of the smallest codecs I've ever seen.
It is. It is nice and tiny. It's easy to mount. We've got this magnetic mount along with it.
That's really awesome.
So super easy to get it installed. Super easy to get everything connected.
And then there's no brick.
And there's no brick. It is PoE Plus powered. So if you've got a PoE Plus enabled Ethernet port, just plug this right in. It gives you your power, gives you your connectivity. Plug this into your Netgear switch to connect all of your microphones, your cameras, and other devices in the room. You're ready to go. So super easy, super scalable.
Now it's still got USBs, right? So if I have a USB port, I still want to use it.
Because we're still going to have USB for a long time. So it's absolutely still got all the USB ports. Then you can connect all your displays. You got your content inputs and all that. But as much as possible, we're trying to get to these Ethernet connected peripherals. I think it's just going to make life much easier for our customers, our partners, everybody.
Is it available?
It is available now, shipping now. Same with our new MTR and Windows solution. This guy, list price is $19.99.
Which is really an amazing price for something
boy,
like
you
that.
think back just a few years ago at what codec appliance cost, and it's come down quite a bit.
That's great. And I'm here with my friends from Cisco, with Espen and Chris. Why don't we talk about what's the latest coming from Cisco, what you announced at Cisco Live this month?
Yeah, so what we're trying to solve for our customers more than anything is to help them deploy more rooms, as every room now requires high quality video with hybrid work. How can we help our customers deploy more rooms faster with higher quality and less IT staff? So last week at Cisco Live, we doubled down on our IT story with a couple of new capabilities in Control Hub. We're using AI to help IT understand which of the rooms have the most need for attention. So we came out with a capability called workplace ranking that will help IT more efficiently address the major issues in the deployment. And then on top of that, we also have coming out the concept of remote access, which allows IT to be in the room without walking to the room or sending people to the room. So it allows you to see what's going on the main screen, what's going on the touch interface, and be able to troubleshoot that without sending people in the building or to whatever geo where this is happening.
And we've seen a lot of news about tremendous uptake on these products at customers, right? And I assume you're seeing that as well?
Yeah, I mean, we're in the early phases of that. Our video business is doing very well. It's one of the fastest growing businesses at Cisco. And our enterprise video business is doing even better. And so enterprises are the very early phases of deploying video at scale, as Espen talked about. We're very, very focused on making sure customers can do that. But our business is doing very, very well. We've been rewarded. And then we've been really excited about the launch of our new 9800 series phones. Even customers that have been removing phones from desks are now reevaluating because we've solved their business problem on desk reservation, desk utilization, employee safety, wellness, providing a better collaboration experience and delivering AI at the edge, even on our phones, not just our video devices. So it's pretty exciting.
And part of that has been the Microsoft relationship.
Absolutely.
Correct? The fact that now you have people that hadn't necessarily looked at your products for a little while, now looking at it and realizing how much better they are than some of the other ones on the market.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a great partnership. We just spent some time with Microsoft leadership in Norway last week. We're working very, very closely together. All of our products are now certified, and we are at the very early phases of our enterprises scaling, and so we're picking up a lot of momentum. It's exciting.
Absolutely, and aligned with that, we're also continuing to innovate with AI in the end user experience, right? So what you will see here is where we are with our cinematic experiences, how a lot of those are currently already GA, what's coming next, where we're using more AI across our microphones, our pro microphones, the cameras, and also the cloud to get to the next level of equity in meeting spaces.
So last question, without revealing anything that you're not supposed to be revealing, on the calendar, when's the next rough date that we can expect to see some new interesting announcements from Cisco?
WebEx1 in October. You will see a lot.
We have a
WebEx1
lot
in
of
October.
exciting things saved up.
Which is in Miami, I'm told, this year.
Miami, October.
Miami in October. Awesome. We'll see you guys there. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I'm here at InfoComm 2024 at the Nureva booth with Robert Abbott. Robert, thanks for taking the time to talk to us. Tell us a little bit about what Nureva is and how it works.
Yeah, if you've never heard of Nureva before, we create an integrated microphone speaker bar and create great audio for large and extra large rooms. As you can see behind me, all the technology you need to get great audio in a space up to 35 feet by 55 feet is all contained here in this integrated mic speaker bar and this Connect module.
And why is it different than the other solutions for picking up audio in large rooms?
Typically what you would need to do to get a great audio in, say, a lecture hall or a large training room is you need multi-components. You need DSPs, you need ceiling microphones or table microphones, you need separate speakers, and then you need someone to tune it and tweak it and install it. Our system, you mount it on the wall, it auto-calibrates, and so it works kind of out of the box. And if you do things like move your furniture around, today so many pieces of furniture are on wheels, so many large spaces have to be reconfigured for different use cases. If you do that with our system, it auto-calibrates as the furniture moves, as more people enters, and you have a great audio experience, a great echo cancellation, a great speech intelligibility, without ever having to go back in to the room as an IT manager or an integrator. It also provides sound location data, so you can let other systems know where people are speaking in the room. And we provide that data as a sound location API to other companies. So,
and you're working with Sony and with Logitech and with Aver and a bunch of other companies to provide that data to make a bundle for them, right?
Exactly. And so say you're using a Lumens camera. They have already built the integration using our API. And so as a person walks into a predefined zone, that will switch the camera view from camera 1 to camera 2 in that Lumens camera in this case. And then their AI takes over in terms of the framing from a video perspective. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, audio for switching and then the video capabilities for auto framing or zooming.
How can people find out more about it?
The best way is always to go to our website, nureva.com. And usually one of the first things you should do there is get a live demo, because hearing is believing. You just got a live demo here live on this.
It really was good, yes.
And so you can come to our website and book a demo, 60 seconds, you can hear the difference, you can ask questions, and then we can get you on your way.
So it's day 2 at InfoComm 2024, and I'm here with Josh Blaylock and Jabra. Josh, give everybody a quick wave.
Hello.
So where are we sitting? What room are we in?
Right now we're in the Jabra booth on the InfoComm show floor, and we are in a Microsoft Teams Rooms signature room setup. So we've got a nice arc table to kind of follow that signature room pattern, and we've got a Panicast 50 with a large 105-inch Avocor display up front to kind of get that immersive front row signature room setup.
What's interesting and new about the Panicast 50?
So the Panicast 50 has gone through a few updates recently, and that's kind of a unique approach to how we do hardware and software, is where a lot of competitors may bring new devices to market to accomplish certain features and capabilities. We like to build on what we already have where possible. And so we have baked in some AI-based features and functionality into the Panicast 50 via updates. Specifically, you have Microsoft Certified Intelligent Speaker functionality at the front of room. We are the first front of room device for that. Allows you to be identified by your spoken voice in the room if you have opted in on the Microsoft Teams side. And then a update that is coming out in the next week or two will give us the ability to be recognized by our face. Again, through Microsoft Teams, you opt in, set up a facial profile, but now the people in the room are identified either by voice or by face, and that information can be used for meeting transcripts, for all that good co-pilot takeaway that you're going to have in your tasks after the meeting.
You want to show us what it looks like?
All right. So on screen here, we are actually seeing a couple features from our new Value Pack 5 that'll be out soon. we have multiple streams coming in, not just a single stream, over on the left-hand side here. And on the right-hand side, we've got what it used to look like before we had multi-stream capabilities, that panoramic view cut into the people in the room. Here we see individual streams with the panoramic view, and even though it's individual streams and it's coming from the same camera, we're identifying individual people in that room, in that camera, because of their face. They have enrolled their faces on the Microsoft Teams side, and with the latest update, they can now be identified, and Copilot can go to town on all that data for the customer.
If people want to find out more information about the availability, how do they do that?
They're going to head over to Jabra.com and, of course, look for all the release notes on our latest updates to the PanaCast 50.
Okay, we're still here at InfoComm 2024 Day 2, and I'm with Dorith and Carl from EPOS, and they're going to tell us a little bit about the EPOS story that, honestly, somewhere along the line I lost track of all the cool things that they're doing. So what is the EPOS story? I know you guys originally started as an offshoot of Sennheiser, correct?
That's correct.
And you were making a lot of headset products.
Yeah, we have a long history in headset solution for enterprise businesses. Our core is creating a headset or audio solution for professional workers that improve productivity and well-being. Today, our brand name is EPOS. The reason we changed brand name is because we got new owners. We are the same company, we have the same products, but of course we evolved in our offerings since then.
Somewhere along the line you've changed from making just headsets to making video room products that are certified for Teams and Zoom, and Android products and other high-end audio products. When did that change happen? How did I miss it?
I'm not sure how you missed it because you're pretty in tune with everything, but it's been about 2 years now that we've been, we have this bar behind us, the Vision 5, which is a Teams and Zoom certified and BYOD device, Android based, with the scheduling capability as well, one-touch join, our controller. And yeah, I don't know how you missed it, David. We've been in this market selling.
We're making up for it now. But while you've been making the certified Teams and certified Zoom products, you're still making headsets, right? You just won an award for one of them.
Yeah, we're so happy that today we just won the Best of Show award here at InfoComm in Las Vegas for this new headset, Impact 700. It is designed for contact centers, but also for everybody, or all professional workers that want a very lightweight headset with an industry-leading voice pickup.
How can people find out more about what the company does and where the products are?
Where should they go, Dora?
You're always welcome to go to our website, eposaudio.com, or reach out directly to Carl or myself. Then we are more than willing to tell the whole story about how we improve productivity and well-being at workplaces.
I'm here with my old friend Kevin McMenemy. Kevin, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And you're now with Neat for 9 months.
Yes.
After like a lifetime and a half at Cisco.
That's right, exactly. Literally half my life. Well, at the time I was 47, and I was with Cisco for 23 years. So
we can all do the math. So what are the new announcements for Neat? First of all, you've got the center that we're kind of looking at behind there. What's different about Neat Center?
Yeah, so we have what I'm referring to as dynamic beam selection in the audio processing of Neat Center and the main device that it's paired to, whether that's a Neat Bar Pro, Neat Board 50, Neat Board 65, whatever that main device that the Neat Center is paired with, the audio processing that we do, we now automatically select on an audio frame-by-frame basis which audio beam, microphone beam, is best to pick up the person who's speaking. So if I'm closer to the Neat Center, of course, Neat Center is going to hear me louder, so we're going to choose that microphone beam. If you're closer to the bar or the board, we're going to choose that one. And it's dynamic, completely automatic.
That's in the new software update that just came out.
Thank you, yeah. The Neat OS 24.3 release, which just shipped on Saturday, 4 days ago.
I got the press release.
It's enabled by default. You don't have to do anything. It just works.
So we were having a quick conversation before we start recording that I wanted you to clarify. I was very underwhelmed by the announcements that this single unit that's supposed to be able to do everything and all in one was now going to be partnered with speakers and microphone arrays and control systems. And I was thinking it was kind of a throwback. And you sort of had a different perspective that this is just sort of adding on to fill in a niche for people that could use the extra boost. Can you explain that for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. So, the neat products, we do amazing audio processing, and it's so simple. You don't need extra microphones and all that stuff around the room. But there are certain rooms, we've heard it loud and clear from all of our customers, thousands of customers, that there are some rooms where we just need that little bit of additional microphone coverage, or maybe a little bit of additional speaker reinforcement, because you don't want to turn the volume. Maybe if somebody is in the back of the room, they're a little bit hard of hearing. You don't want to crank the volume up on the Neat board or Neat bar speakers, because then the people that are sitting close to it are getting blasted. So maybe you want a ceiling microphone for a little bit of ceiling speaker for a bit of speaker reinforcement, or a ceiling microphone for just a little bit of extra microphone pickup coverage. And so what we've done is enabled through the USB-C port on our Bar Pro, it's only available on Bar Pro, the ability to offload audio processing to a third-party DSP like the Shure P300, for example, and then you can have a microphone and speakers in the ceiling or wherever you want them.
So it's really helping out people that might already have those products installed.
Exactly, especially for customers who already have them. They're like, hey, I've already got Shure microphones in my ceiling. Why can't I use them with the Neat product? Of course, we enable you to do that.
So tell me about your role at Neat, just very briefly. You're now in charge of multiple things, right?
Well, two things. I run the software engineering organization and everything responsible for software delivery. And I also have the CTO hat, so I'm here in the show, meeting with you, David, talking to customers, which I love doing. It's so great to be back out in the field talking to customers and meeting analysts like yourself, David. So it's a pleasure for me, and it's a dual role.
And you get to hear all the stories and all the complaints and everything else from all of us.
Yeah, it's all great. Even the complaints are good because they make us better.
How can people find out more about Neat?
Go to our website, neat.no. That audio processing that I talked about on Neat Center, there's a great demonstration by Justin Bondi and Sean, our product specialists, where they demonstrate that automatic beam selection. So be sure to check that out.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
So we're still at InfoComm 2024 Day 2. I'm here with Sam Kennedy of Crestron. We're in the enormous Crestron booth, and Sam's going to walk us through some of the technologies here that we should really know about.
So we're here showing what Crestron's doing with Automate VX. So Crestron has the leading multi-camera solution in the market, and we've added some really big enhancements with visual AI earlier this year. But what we're previewing to everyone is the ability to change the camera based on the view that the particular person is looking. So if they look left, it's going to use the camera on the left. If they look right, it's going to use the camera on the right. So we're previewing some of the technology that we're going to start to deliver later on in 2024 and really taking the leading multi-camera solution to market to a whole other level. So what we're showing here is Crestron control embedded into third-party devices. So one of the big challenges that we've heard from customers is they need the ability to control devices in a room, be it the shades, the lighting, the monitors, the cable box, a Blu-ray player. Think almost anything that has APIs can be controlled, and that's Crestron's bread and butter. We've been doing this for a long time. What we're demonstrating here in the booth is a Neat Bar Pro that's running the Zoom Room software, and what Zoom has done is they've enabled this ability on any Zoom Room running a modern software. Again, in this particular case is the Neat Bar Pro. I can click room controls here, and when I've done that, it's now opened up this Crestron processor. It's now a program, and this is completely customizable. This can be as advanced or as basic as you ultimately want it. So the demo we're showing is there's a little light up there, and I'm going to be able to, just from this UI, be able to turn off the light. I'll be able to turn it on. I'm going to be able to turn it red. So this is a really basic demonstration. Again, think with Crestron control, I can do virtually anything, and we can do this all with existing processors. This can be virtualized software, but it really makes it simplified for the end user, and that's really the key here. Is this to the end user? They have no idea that this is not an extension of the Zoom user interface. It feels like Zoom, but really, it's just your Crestron processor underneath.
But you're burying the lead. The lead is all the conference rooms across the world that have 2 touch panels in them.
Yes.
Now no longer need them. Now
Yes.
they can just put one in from the device.
Absolutely. So I could either I wasn't delivering those capabilities or I had 2 panels in my room. So ultimately, the end users really solves really a big problem for those end users, and it works. We're showing it with Neat. This works on Poly. It works on Logi. So that's one of the demonstrations we're showing. And then the other one is we have a Logitech MTR in Windows where we've embedded Crestron control inside of that as well. So your Crestron is taking our control platform and integrating that into more third parties.
Where can people get more information about all this?
Go to Crestron.com, talk to any of your systems integrators. Now, one of the things I would mention is I can make this as advanced or as basic if I want. If I'm talking a training room, a high impact space, a boardroom, you're definitely going to want to talk to one of your integrators, one of our master programmers that can help you through that. But if you're more technically savvy, we have the tools that can make this very simplified. We have some click and drag tools so that virtually anyone can create UIs to do all this integration. It really is that seamless. So it's as basic or as advanced as you want and be able to pull all those capabilities together.
Okay, so I'm here at BiAmp with Zach Snook. Zach's going to tell us about the video bar line that they have.
So we have an entire conferencing bar line up here, and we kind of got them stacked up for you to see. We start with our sort of speaker bar entry, which is the SBC2. These are all parlay conferencing bars. This is when you just need a speaker under a display. But as you move up from there, you kind of increase in complexity. So the next bar up the tier here is our audio conferencing bar. It's the ABC 2500. This has all the microphones and speaker needs you want. 27 microarrays built into the bar with stereo high-performance speakers. So it's an audio-only bar. As you step up above that, it's the same performance in the audio bar, but you have a camera. This is our VBC 2500. So the VBC 2500 is the entry-level video conferencing bar. It goes from the smallest of spaces up to medium-sized rooms. And our new introduction at InfoComm this year is the VBC 2800. This bar has an enhanced camera. It actually has dual sensors, so you have a 8 megapixel wide field of view camera, as well as a long throw 50 megapixel camera. So it allows the conference bar to move into much larger spaces, into your large conference rooms. So altogether, we have the entire parlay conferencing bar lineup, and it's all available from BiAmp, and you can learn more about that at www.biamp.com.
Are they all available now?
They're all available from this point down. This will be shipping in September.
And I'm at the Canon booth at InfoComm 2024, day 2, and we're talking to my old friend Mitch Hershkowitz about Canon AMLOS and some new features that have come up. Tell us about it, Mitch.
Yeah, so thanks, David. So AMLOS, which we've shared with you in the past, we've got some updates that we're showing for around the July timeframe. So now you can see on the select view, we've got up to 4 views, and the end user now can personalize 1, 2, 3, 4 views. They can also resize the views. So this demo is going to play through, and you'll see some things as I'm talking. But as we've previously had, you have whiteboards that can be brought in. So in this view, you've seen board 1. As soon as I click third view, you now see 2 whiteboards. So camera in the room is showing you the room view and the whiteboards. You see the transparent writer on the second board there. And in just a moment, we're going to actually use the zoom feature. We use a hand gesture. See Danny raises his hand, and he spotlights an image on the wall. So now we're going to bring in that area of the room, and it's going to bring that area forward. So now those images that were really, really faint on the back will come forward, and you should start to see at least the letters and the title Canon. And then just a little bit, we can manipulate that further and bring it even closer. Now those images are actually part of the content. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 assets in the room, and now you can have 4 windows. So now as an end user, you can start to manipulate this. You can resize windows. You can view what you want to see. I want to see the whiteboard. I want to see the image on the wall. I want to see the room. You can also share your own content. So in just a moment here, I'm going to fast forward it for you. In just a moment here, you'll see sharing digital content. And we share digital content very much like you would in the meeting platform that you're using. Could be Zoom, it could be Teams, could be WebEx, could be Google Meet. So what's going to happen is I'm going to share my screen on the left there, and there's the digital content. But what we do a little bit differently from the other meeting platforms is we want to see content at the same time. So once I've shared it, somebody else is going to share. That content will stay up there. So you can do a side-by-side comparison if you're building something together, or if you simply want to review something at the same time. So as soon as the next person shares, it'll go into one of those windows, and you'll see it right after this title bar here. So now I've got shared screen 2 view. On the right is my colleague Tom, on the left is mine, and now we've got digital content in both. And we think this is unique today in the meeting platforms as far as having multi-share and multi-view.
And what's interesting that isn't coming through clearly in the demo is that each viewer can adjust their own set of images, right?
That's right.
So it doesn't have to just be what you select. It's not just one stream. Everybody participating can concentrate on what they want to concentrate on.
Yeah, you know, everyone learns differently, everyone works differently. So while one person might be really interested in that flyer on the left, so they blow it up, somebody else may be more interested in the right. So spot on, David, at what you said. And these assets now you can see are growing. So whether you join the meeting at the beginning, maybe you join the meeting a little bit later, or you want to go back and review, you can now look at these assets at any point. You can continue to take those assets and download them to your personal laptop, and then you can actually make your own comments on them. You can annotate them as you see forward. The last thing I'll just show you here is we've added a button called leader mode. Sometimes in a meeting, though, you go 30 minutes, 45 minutes, you start to personalize, we're all looking at different things. I want to hold you back for a minute. So I'm going to click that leader button. It's a little bit later in the demo, so I'll just talk through it. I'll click that leader button, and now my screen is the one that you see, and the one that all the remote users see. And it's a nice way to end the meeting and kind of summarize things.
Tell us again, how can people find out more about it?
AmlosCreative.com. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Mitch. And I am at the Boom booth with Holly Hewlett, who's one of the founders of the company. Hi, Holly.
Hello.
So for somebody who doesn't know who Boom is, give us a quick explanation.
Yeah, so we are a relatively new company headquartered in Austin, Texas, and we focus on video conferencing hardware solutions. They're agnostic to any platform. We play really well with everyone else in the collaboration space. And we focus on simplicity with a high quality and a really excellent support package with true partnership for all of our customers.
And you had a couple of new products that you want to show me, right?
Yeah, we do. A couple of items. So we've got the Halo video bar. So this is a 4K 120-degree field of view camera. It's got auto framing. Also has speaker tracking with an excellent microphone pickup range, 2 strong 10-watt speakers. And where it really kind of stands apart is that you can add up to 8 additional expansion microphones, which makes it really flexible for rooms that have maybe tricky sound issues or a longer conference room table where a video bar wouldn't traditionally fit. So it's a really nice option. It comes in
and it's a USB video bar. It's not an Android bar, so
Correct.
It can work. Is it certified for other platforms?
It is compatible with all the platforms. Certifications are pending.
Okay, great. What's the other one you wanted to show us?
The other one is our Magna Pro.
And you have a lot more products than just these two, but you're showing us the new one.
Yeah, I'm showing you a couple of the new ones. So we've got everything from PTZ professional cameras all the way to from the work from home, so kind of spanning the whole range there. But our 4K Magna Pro camera, which is an auto tracking camera. You've got dual streaming support with USB and HDMI. You've also got a network port, so you can pop it on the network, jump into the IP interface, and control everything. So you've got dual live streaming. You can do Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time. You can control the camera manually from that IP interface, as well as set presets. And you can also control the tracking. So if you want to click on a face that you want to track, you can do that, or you can even set up to 4 zones for tracking with this camera. So it's got a lot of connectivity, a lot of customizable options in a pretty nice, attainable package.
Are they both available?
Yes.
What pricing?
Pricing, so $13.99 list price on the Magna Pro and $8.99 list price on our Halo. The kit that comes with a microphone, our business edition kit, is $9.99.
And how can people find out more about it?
You can visit our website at boom.co or boomcollaboration.com.
But the also works as standalone, right? This is not necessarily.
Yeah, it's just USB. They're all just USB.
I was with.
So we're still here at InfoComm Day 2, InfoComm 2024. I'm with Jeff Boges from Avocor. Jeff, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
So we're all sitting because it's the end of the day, and you know what? It's been a really long couple of days.
It's been a long couple of days.
So forgive us for sitting, but I'm looking at a board behind you that I'm not really familiar with.
Yeah.
Is that one of your new touchscreens?
This is actually our first series of non-touch screens. So this is the K series, a series of prosumer displays ranging from 55 to 98 inches.
So for a company that's known for its interactive touch boards and touchscreens, why would you be making a non-touch screen?
I think it's customer demand. We've been at the heart of providing what customers are asking us for, and there's a lot of conversations that start off, hey, we love Avocor for their reputability within their touch space. Do you have something that I could put in my other meeting room that doesn't require touch? And ever since before today, the answer was no, but after InfoComm 2024, the answer is yes.
All right, so give us the model number and the rough price and the availability on it
So
again.
we got the K series, which is a range from 55 to 98. MSRP on these guys at the 55 inch is starting at $899, so just $900, all the way up to the 98 inch, which is behind me, at $4,999, so 5K, which is absolutely competitive in this space. We're really excited to bring something that's QLED 4K at a really affordable price point.
And you've also got some other new screens as well. I think these gentlemen are blocking it. If you can tell them
Hey
to
guys,
get out of the way.
Can you guys scoot over just a little bit? We're showing off that E92.
That's really wide, isn't it?
That's actually our new E92 21x9 ultra wide display. So a lot of interest in Microsoft Teams front row experience, but also bringing people to the front of the board. They're being more canvas for more participation, and that's what you're getting in that E92.
So how can people find out more about Avocor if they're not here at the show?
Very easy, www.avocor.com. We're all over LinkedIn posting videos and demos, so you can connect with us there. And more information, see us on LinkedIn or on our website.
Chef, thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.
So it's day 3 of InfoComm 2024, and we're going to do today at the West Hall. We're going to take a look at some of the digital signage, DV LED, and some of the other display technologies. So come on inside, we'll show you what it looks like. I'm here at the i5 LED booth with George Pappas, who's the CEO of i5 LED, and my old friend Tony Bancheri. Am I saying that right, Tony?
Tony Bancheri, yeah.
Bancheri, okay. Who's also working with i5. What is i5? Tell us what the company does, high level.
High level. LED display manufacturer, doing cutting edge stuff. We don't like to be like the rest of the guys. Our core manufacturing is in Taiwan. We have a 27-year history with our people, right? Although we're a relatively new company.
All right, so the reason I'm actually meeting with you and talking to you guys here is because of the way there's been a very monumental disruption in the industry. When I was building digital signage, Times Square digital signage, the blue LED was a brand new thing, and pixel pitches we were measuring them, in hands and thumbs, and it was terrific, but you would never consider that for indoors, never. And you also would never consider it not just based on pixel pitch and resolution, but on pricing. It just doesn't work. And now that we've started to really get development around the DV LED product, that's changing. If you compare the cost of projection or LCD in high-profile spaces like boardrooms and large meeting rooms and large venues, it's now price comparative for what is a better technology, and it's becoming easier and more flexible. And what is the story? Why should people be looking at DV LED in general in applications they haven't looked at it before?
Well, actually, I believe it's less expensive than LCD or projection right now. If you look over its lifetime, the ROI pencils out. A lot of LCDs will not last as long as an LED, right? So if an educated buyer really looks at the full ROI, there's actually no choice. It is direct view LED. Past that, it's, we're going into the COB flip chip, and that's really where the technology is going.
What is that for people that don't understand what chip on board means?
So chip on board, in the past, the LED chip was put into a package, and then that package is put onto a board. Now we're skipping that process, mostly because there's this newer thing called flip chip. You don't need a bonding wire because the anode and cathode are built into the chip, right? So the chip goes right on the board, right on the PCB. It's more robust because you don't have a bonding wire. That was a failure point. Manufacturing's faster. And the more this product is used and more chips are manufactured, the lower the price gets. And we're hitting that precipice right now where COB flip chip is the same price as what you would have had, just a short year and a half ago as a traditional SMD.
So that raises two really important points that I'd love both of you guys to make. The first one is, if I am putting in a corporate boardroom and I want to put in two very large screens, 100-inch, 108-inch, 120-inch diagonal, or one really large screen, that's not something that you can accommodate much less expensively and much easier to transport and put in. So as you point out, it works out well. But the flexibility is also changing in terms of where you can, what kind of size and how you can build it. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, so in a typical boardroom today, you get two big LCD cabinets in there. We could actually make two seamless, 16 by 9, 16 by 9 next to each other, and have video on one side, content on the other, and extend that as much as you want. Cisco televisions back in the day would have the big 3 screens there with the 3 big LCDs. Now we can do that in any shape or form out there, and it really.
And it can be odd shapes, weird. You can cover the whole wall. Now we can wrap things around. They curve a little bit,
exactly.
Right?
What's shown right here is a flip chip COB on a flexible panel, right? So you could have that boardroom in the corners going like that, or have bends in it, and this can match right up to a flat COB panel as well, and match consistently through. So you're paying for this in the corners, but you get flat on a regular cabinet.
What we're showing behind you are your versions of economical replacements for LCD. You happen to have built them in the size of typical LCD monitors, but they're assembled from these parts, so you can almost do a direct one-on-one replacement.
Yeah, they have VESA mounts in the back, HDMI in the front, so you leave in your existing video controller that's distributing HDMI out your panels. You basically take the TVs off, put on the LCDs, and seam them back together because the cabinets basically fuse together in that array. Then you put your bezel around the outside of it, and you've basically done a LCD matrix array to an LED panel wall in half day. And we see the same thing too in executive briefing centers, right? You're bringing high dollar customer top targets into the room to have an experience with you so they can recall that day back, have a great impression on the product that you're trying to position and sell, but also like, wow, that was some EBC. The food was good, but the visuals.
You guys aren't doing the food, are you?
Well, we're not doing food yet. Maybe that's our next version. But yeah, having that experience in EBC. I know, David, you've been to several EBCs and designed them before, but people compete on their EBCs.
Yes.
My EBC has something yours doesn't, and that's something that i5 LED with our variety of products can work with integrators to really bring a unique solution.
That wow experience.
And that wow experience.
How can people find out more about it?
i5led.com. Reach out to us on LinkedIn. Follow us on
the letter I, the number 5 LED, just like on your shirts.
That's right.
.com.
i5led.
Okay, great. So this is day 3 of InfoComm 2024, and I'm with Jim Vascard of Daktronics. Daktronics is a digital signage company that I've worked with for years. They're making great products. They do a lot of the outdoor signage that you may have seen in stadiums around the country and around the world. Now they got some new products around some of these smaller pixel pitch LEDs. And Jim, you tell us about it. What's the big story from the show this year?
What we're introducing, David, is our chip-on-board product for indoor high-res applications. You see an example of us behind us. What we're taking is a product that brings a higher level of reliability and robustness to the marketplace for high resolution than the SMD or quad pixel or 4-in-1 chips that a lot of folks are used to using. Some things that we've made unique to this is through our testing facilities, we really focus on buying products that bring the level of reliability and performance to the industry. And then also the key to chip on board is the encapsulant, what you lay over the top of the circuit board to protect the LED. But you got to make sure that you only let light pass one way, and then also that make sure you have a very dark matte finish that reflects light, so that you get high contrast, dynamic imagery, and a great looking display that lasts a long time.
And I'm assuming these have a lot of better features than some of the signage that I was used to 15, 20 years ago in terms of heat dissipation and being on 24/7 and matching, color matching setup. A lot of that's easier than it used to be, right?
The things that we've always brought to the industry with color matching and how we buy LEDs and how we drive it so that we can meet Coke Red or Pepsi Blue, we've brought into this industry. Very good question though. With the chip on board and our technology, we've reduced the thermal outputs of these high-res screens by at least 30%. We've reduced the profile of the cabinet down to less than an inch. We've reduced the weight by about 50%, and we've reduced the max power demand as well. So there's a lot of benefits to the chip-on-board technology we're bringing to the
And they're
market.
serviceable from the front, right?
All serviceable from the front. A sales guy can do it. That's how easy it is.
That's scary. If somebody wants more information, as opposed to just going down to South Dakota, how do you suggest they get started?
Check us out at www.daktronics.com.
Jim, thanks very much.
Thank you, David.
I'm stopping by Planar to talk to Robert Detweiler. How's everything going today, Robert?
Everything's been great. Great. How are you, David?
I'm doing terrific.
Yeah.
I'm holding up. If I can make it to the end of the day, we're all in good shape. What's the news coming from Planar at the show this year?
Well, we have several stories at Planar, from expanding our all-in-ones to going outside with fine pitch. But one of the better things, one of the biggest things that I want to talk about or show is that we've expanded into a management system that lets you actually manage many of the Planar displays that have been selling for years. We've always had the ability with our wall director platform and many of our large flat displays to connect in and see the health and monitor those systems on a one-to-one basis within a network. But today we're releasing a cloud service, a software as a service, that will actually help a customer collect all of their assets, all of their Planar displays within the compatible range, all of their Planar displays, and manage and find health of those.
Is that what we're looking at behind you?
You are. You're looking at the Wall Director Cloud, is what we're calling this service, and you can actually see how you can set it up into organizations. It can be a worldwide deployment for locations or where you have equipment. Planar, as an example, we set up all of our 19 showrooms, and we can manage our equipment that way. This helps you keep your systems running healthy, because most of the time they do, but in the event that something was happening, you'd be able to know about it as an IT professional or an AV professional within your company.
Have alarm states that it can set
It
up
does, and notify? Absolutely, and it can send you email notifications, and it can really get attention when necessary. What's also interesting is that this service can be extended to a partner. So if the end user, if the customer has an integrator that they like to use and might support them on a regular basis, they can invite that partner in to help them support their devices. Within the system, you can actually invite Planar to help troubleshoot problems as well. So if the customer was going to have a problem they couldn't resolve themselves, they can hit submit, and Planar gets a message with a download of device information, and we're often running very quickly to support the customer.
And that's a subscription service?
It is not. It is free. We launched this as a free service because we really are that company that does the extra mile to support our customers.
How can customers find out more about it?
You can go to our website, planar.com. It's been launched as of last week, the 10th, and it's available now for your product. We can deploy it if you have a compatible product right now.
Robert, thanks very much for the time. We appreciate it today.
You're welcome.
So I'm here in the West Hall where all the digital signage is taking place, and it reminds me that about 15 years ago, Infocom gave all of the speakers at this event their own personal digital signage, which I've been wearing for the entire event. Of course, I changed the logos inside it, but that's what I do. Okay, so we're still at Infocom 2024, the last day. I'm with Seth Tietz from Analog Way. Seth, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. I'm enjoying myself. So what's the Analog Way story?
So Analog Way does video processing and media servers. We do it very well, we think.
But help me make this relevant for the people that are watching that don't necessarily understand that. Why is this an important thing for our industry? What does it do?
So what we do is we make big walls like this one come to life. Without a processor behind it, these custom pixel spaces can't be used. So we create the canvas out of all the different segments of the wall to create one big screen.
And are you compatible with all the other types of displays and screens that are out there?
Absolutely. We work with all of the all the LED wall providers in here. We've done lots of projects with just about all of them, and we have great relationships with all of them. And what we're showing here at the show today is the world's most powerful video processor. We have expanded our Aqualon products to now include a new chassis size. We can go up to 32 inputs by 24 4K 60 444 10-bit input and output on this chassis. So we can actually drive up to 160 megapixels off of a single chassis. What's new at this show is not only that larger chassis, but the capability of linking up to 4 chassis together to create very large pixel
That's a lot of
spaces.
capacity.
That's a lot of pixels. So there's really no project that we can't drive now with the Aqualon processors. So
If somebody wants to find out more about what you do, how should they do that?
check us out at analogway.com. You got great information there, training, all sorts of good stuff.
Thanks. So that's it for this week's UC Weekly News. We will see you next week. Thanks very much for watching.